Hello, my friend. This is Jaunta again. I wanted to talk about how stupid it is that we continue to follow the black church, which has been the tool for stripping us of our energies to do anything whatsoever since its very onset. When the slave master gave Christianity to us, he gave it to us to restrict us, to limit us in our thinking and our expectations. He wanted us to think in terms of not receiving anything here, but receiving our reward after the grave. Can you imagine that? Now today the preacher is doing the same thing, except that he's getting his here. He's getting his accolades, he's getting his money, he's getting his travel, the finest foods, the finest clothing. Yet when there's anything involving the needs for the people, that he should stand up and take a position, he's not doing it. Now, you are being stupid to continue to support such a system. What's happening is your little children are being affected because their futures remain the same. Because the one black man in the community who has the power consistently to change votes, to do boycotts, to put people into office, to teach and to create a different agenda for learning, and can increase the pride of the little ones as well as the status of its members, is doing nothing by comparison to what they could do. I have a serious problem with that, and I have a serious problem with you continuing to give your money to a occupation that is not doing anything really other than to console you in your suffering and your misery today. You get sick, you might be able to get a hold of him to talk to him for prayer. Okay? Someone died and you've been faithful in giving, you might be able to get him to do a funeral. You might be able to pay him to do a wedding. Okay? I've been in that position. I abandoned that position in the year 2000 because the suffering of my people made it seem insane for me to continue in a system that is a mockery to what we should be as people. And it's just absolutely insane to continue wanting to prepare the masses of your people for death, so they can see Jesus, so they can live in a place where they have peace, so they can finally have a nice house and a home, and they can have some money because the streets themselves are paved with gold. That has become the legacy of the church. It was given to you during a time when your people were being strung up in trees to stink and to rot, when they would beat black men and women to death, even tell men to beat children to death, might tell a man to beat his own mother to death. Then comes the term motherfucker, where he might say, well, look, I want you to breed with that one, and that's your mother. I don't care. I want to sell the offspring. This was given to you by those same people. Do you really think it is in your best interest? White folks say, and little white children say, niggers are stupid. I have to agree, our actions are stupid. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, except it presupposes that we are in essence stupid. But we've created almost everything, but we're not intelligent enough to insist that we get credit for it. We're not even intelligent enough to know that this is a absolute war that we're in. And the only people that are fighting are our oppressors. Now, I know somebody always wants to find and tell me about the two white people in their community that they haven't yet seen do them any harm. Well, keep searching for them, because that's a part of the sickness that we're in. We've been suppressed so much, we're always trying to find somebody somewhere that's outside of the box of oppression, the box of abuse, the box of humiliation, to say, hey, look, I'm their friend. I'm white. I'm their friend. I'm Chinese. I'm their friend. I'm this, that, or the other. That's a sickness on our part, people. Blonde hair came from the original people. Aborigine people had blonde hair. Eyes that would periodically turn a different color. These are no strange things, but they were in the recessive trait. And now you seek after them. Think about this, women. You go to pay all of that money to put weaves in your hair so you can look like the women who actually beat more children to death during slavery than anybody else. White women, black children beat to death because they were found that they were fathered by maybe their man or their husband, so they would beat their little black child to death. Now, I know that you don't want to talk about it because you want to hide it. You say, we're in a different era. You're in a different damn era. You're in an era of denial. Black folks want peace more than anybody. But we can't get it because white folks are always creating hell. You go into a restaurant, they look at you like you're a damn piece of trash. Snapping their head, turning their head, walking away with such pompous piousness. And these are your church members. Remember picnic? During the church, white folks would even have a little thing where they felt proud to be able to pick the nick that they were going to hang or to burn or to torture, and then had the nerve to take parts of the body and put it on a fireplace. You're not dealing with a person that is a kind people. You're dealing with people that are savage, cruel, and because we're so damn weak, we become the object of their fantasies. You know what we're doing right now? We're giving them so much money. You pass by all of your neighborhood to find a white person to give money to. And if you see this video and do it again, I want you to know you are a stupid fool. Because nobody cares about that. Every dollar you give away is a dollar that could be in the future of your child. If you love white folks so much, do what they do. They support white. They have organizations uniquely white. Anything that's an enemy to them or looks like it could potentially be an enemy to them is destroyed. They're constantly in a state of warfare, looking to either cause war or to attack somebody that could be or is an enemy. While you wait to go to the heaven that the slave master promised your great-great-grandparents. Stop being a fool, my people. Stop it. That's why you can't even be looked at with pride. You can be an enemy. Japanese folks that fought white folks, they're looked at with pride. They don't look down at them. They don't look down at Chinese. They look down at you. Your national bird is not an eagle. It's a chicken. Not because you eat it so much, but because we have continued in the legacy of cowardice. Our supposedly gangbangers only gang and bang in the black neighborhood with people who won't hurt them. Change. Everybody's laughing at you. If you're going to have an enemy, at least be the enemy to the white people that they will respect like everybody else. Everybody's fought them, Koreans and everybody. But they know how to go back to their own communities and be a Korean community, be a Japanese community. You still want to be begging folks, can we be in your community? Our hair is blonde now. Will you accept us? We got weave now. We got colored contacts now. And they still say, hell no. Driving your nice car. They still don't want you. Because they feel like some white person probably sold it to you. And now you're going to be up under stress, not getting the interest rate that we got. They still don't see you as being smart. So stop it. And stop giving your money to the reverend who can change your situation totally in a year. His life is nice. Yours isn't. If you don't see him out there on the forefront for you and your struggles, do not give him a dime. That's all I've got to say to you. I'd like to say more, but this is it. Your time to change. You want to know why you're still being done wrong? Because you will not do right. You do right for white people and anybody else except your black self. That's got to change.